basically, candidate for the Republican nomination, Ken Miller, said he would have his constitutional attorney experts look into the Richard Fine case. He's in jail now for more than a year because of 450 filthy, corrupt judges of Los Angeles. Not that we don't have filthy, corrupt judges in Santa Barbara County and other counties, but these guys lost at the appellate level, and all 450 should have gone to prison. Now, yeah, that would open up 450 vacancies on the Los Angeles bench. Just think of all the, wannabe judges just waiting to get in there. We'd have a whole new, fresh set of judges. Because all these guys took open bribes from the county of Los Angeles, which was against the penal code for 20 years. And they got away with it until Richard Fine, attorney at law, springing out of that Sturgeon case that nobody wants to talk about, caught them and said, wait a minute. The reason the county hasn't lost any lawsuits for 3.5 years is because the county's bribing them with $50,000 a year, every single judge. Hello, people. Ding, 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 ding. That should set off, alarm bells. Every single judge in Los Angeles was taking an extra $46,000 plus change in addition to the salary they get from the state of California, which was supposed to be their only income. This was supposed to eliminate bribing. This was supposed to put all the judges throughout California on the same level. So a judge up in Alpine County would make the same as a judge in Los Angeles County, etc., and everything would be fair. And about 1980, they changed without telling us people. We were not really informed at all. And I remember there was something happened and it was never clear to me. And I was here in Santa Maria, California. At that time, that change was made. And I knew something had changed. They did away with municipal court judges, the muni judges that took care of misdemeanors, traffic tickets, and city things, and made them all state superior court judges, getting a state salary, even though they're still elected from the county. When they did that, one or two counties like Los Angeles County decided they would continue to bribe the judges. Every single state superior court judge, no matter how lousy, like that one that was doing pornography in his bench, the one down in L.A., oh, I got to say, the county of Los Angeles, their defense was, well, we were giving them an extra bonus to get the most qualified people to be judges in Los Angeles, because Los Angeles is such a tough county to live in. Really? Most of those judges live in Beverly Hills or someplace like Beverly Hills. They were getting now they're getting $171,000 a year, plus the $46,000. Well, when Richard Fine brought this up to the first court, they said, well, that's okay. We're going to let them break the law. 450 judges want to do it. The county wants to bribe them. That's okay. But if some other corporation wants to bribe them, or if you or I or Uncle Sam wants to bribe them so that you never lose a lawsuit, oh, that's illegal. But if the county does it, it's okay. That was SB X211, passed in February of 2009, just about a year and a month ago, and it went like shit through a goose. Bam! Hot damn, it went through. Well, since at the appellate level, he carried it up, attorney Richard Fine carried this case, having lost at the lowest level, he appealed to the 3-judge panel. None of those judges were from LA County. And they looked at it and said, well, hot damn, it's clear as a bell. All these Los Angeles judges have violated the penal code. And guess what? They've also committed a civil wrong, which means whether you were a judge for 20 years or 10 years in LA County, you would have to pay all that money back. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Can you imagine these judges paying back $46,000 times 10 or 20? Some of them could have owed $500,000. And to pay it all back and go to jail besides. Pay it back while you're sitting in the hoosgow. Wouldn't that be a pretty sight? I'd love to see 450 bribe-taking judges all sitting. I wouldn't want them all in one place. I'd want to put a few in Pelican Bay and a few out at Lompoc Federal penitentiary and put a few over at Soledad, mix them in with Bubba, mix them in with the drug dopers they put in jail. That would be a nice way, you know, dispense it so they can spread that knowledge and rub elbows with the other criminals because they are unindicted criminals. They took the bribes. They knew it was against the law. Do not stop. Do not collect $100. Do not pass go. Go directly to jail. What do you think, Uncle Sam?
I think there's too much corruption. Something has to be done. You can't continue that way.
If we allow this many judges, that's almost like 1/4 of all the judges in the state. If we allow these judges to get away with this.
Now, how can we expect the people to be honest? If the
why should we go to the courts? Yeah. Why should we pay any attention if they're so corrupt and get away with it?
Shouldn't.
So should they go to jail?
Well, if they violated the law, they should go to jail.
So who sits in jail? Richard Fine for a year and a month. And why? Anybody know why?
No.
Because he went to court, I think in December, January, and said, okay, I won at the appellate level. You have to pay my attorney's fees. And they said, hell no, we don't. We're going to postpone this till after sometime in the second week of February. Well, that bill passed, making it retroactively legal. He went back to court. And then Judge YAFFE should get solitary confinement for at least 10 years. For as long as he's been judge, he should sit in prison, except for when Bubba wants to visit him. He should sit in prison for a long time, because Judge YAFFE said, oh no, Mr. Fine, we got the law changed. To which Richard Fine responded, well, I still won in court. You made a political manipulation. I won at court. The guy who wins at court gets his fees paid. That's the way it goes, people. Who wins gets a fee pay. Richard Fine won. So we have a winner in court sitting in jail because the judges don't want to lose. Oh, big crocodile tears. You know, maybe some hanging rope will straighten out their crooked spines. I mean, really, these people should be indicted. This, to me, is high treason. It isn't just contempt of court, Judge YAFFE. This is high treason. Judge YAFFE of the Los Angeles State Superior Court is guilty, in my view. He's an unindicted person who should be held for high treason, the penalty for which is death. That's how strongly I feel about this. Do you think that's going to happen?
No.
Probably not. Because there isn't enough people with any spine to even speak up anymore, except Richard Fine. And he's sitting in jail on contempt. He has been stripped. They've disbarred him, so he can't write his own briefs. He can't do anything. They've taken pencil and paper away from him. They had him in medical isolation for a long time. All alone for a very long time. I understand just a week or two ago, he was released a little bit into general population sometimes. But they wouldn't let anybody do interviews. Just recently, a gal named Leslie Dutton got an interview, but he's still rotting in jail. It's wrong. The guy that won does not go to jail. The guy that win puts the other guy in jail. But the other guy was the 450 crooked judges. So that's what that was all about. And I nailed Miller, and at least Miller had enough fortitude to say, if what you're saying is true, because he was clueless. The whole media has done a blackout on this. You won't see this on CBS, ABC, NBC, MSNBC, Fox, CNN, the BBC. None of them are covering this. Even the LA Times has done a blackout, and it's right down there in their crotch at the LA County Jail, right in the crotch of the LA Times. Right, or maybe it's the other place, but it's right down close to their sensitive parts, and they have not covered it. You can go on the internet and pull up on YouTube a little clip I did called Free Fine. It was a protest done over a year ago, and he's still rotting in jail. They're trying to teach him a lesson. We are fascist judges. We are the law. We can break the law. We can bend the law. We can twist the law and get away with it because the people are too stupid to hold us accountable. And the people they're talking about are you and me. I say form special grand juries, get a private attorney general, and go after them. If the sheriff won't arrest him, won't carry out the indictments and arrest, The Constitution gives you the ultimate right of the militia against foreign and domestic enemies. And these 450 judges that openly took bribes are domestic enemies, in my view. What do you think, Uncle Sam?
I think you're right.
Uncle Sam thinks I'm right. I don't know. Do you people think I'm right? If you have internet, go look at Free Fine.